Lord Buddha, my name is Pukusa. I am a son of the king of the Mala dynasty and a disciple of the late Alara the Hermit. I am traveling from the city of Kusinara to Pava. What great fortune it is to meet you. I had made the determination in my heart that I may have the opportunity, just once, to hear the Buddha's teaching.
Listen, Pukusa. This heart is luminous, but it is obscured by incoming defilements. The uninstructed worldling isn't aware of this truth, and so doesn't train his mind. But the well-instructed noble disciple is clearly aware of this truth, and so trains his mind. Pukusa, I know of nothing which can change as rapidly as the mind. You should therefore maintain your focus on the mind. Recollect the virtues of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Recollect your own well-practiced morality, and recall to mind those sacrifices that you have made for others. Reflect on the heavenly beings, come to various happy states through cultivating generosity, morality, and mental development. When reflecting on these things, your heart will be free from lust, hatred, and delusion. You will therefore experience an understanding of Dhamma and the delight that comes with understanding Dhamma. The experience of delight gives rise to rapture. With the experience of rapture, the body becomes tranquil. The tranquility of the body gives rise to happiness. With happiness, the mind becomes firm and stable. This is called peace, non-suffering. The mind is ready to enter the stream of Dhamma.
These 2 pieces of Singivana cloth are very valuable. The cloth is fine, delicately woven with a golden glow like the coals of a warm fire. May I offer these cloths to you as a gesture of worship? Please accept them, Lord Buddha.
Pukusa, I would like to accept just one of your cloths. The other, please offer to Venerable Ananda, my attendant.
Lord, these Singivana cloths are of great value. Please accept them both, and wear one as a lower robe and one as an upper robe. Oh, Lord, your complexion is splendid, clear and bright. What a wonderful sight!
Ananda, the Buddha's complexion appears pure and bright on 2 occasions. One before the moment of enlightenment, and the other before the moment of parinibbana. We must quickly travel on to Kusinara. Junta gave me my last meal, but unless I make the matter clear, people may think that his alms food was the cause for my passing away. Ananda, alms food offered on 2 occasions is of special merit and will give great fruit. The honeyed milk rice offered by Sujata supported me at the time when I ended the mental defilements. The Sukara Madhava offered by Junta will take me to the ending of the 5 aggregates, the last residue of conditioned things. Should anyone blame Junta, you should explain what I've told you. Should Junta blame himself, you must ease his worry with these words of mine. The food which Junta offered to me was the final meal that sustained me. Ananda, from now on, I will not rise up from this place again. Ananda, if in the future someone should offer material things of great value as tribute to me, no matter how great the value of such things, such a tribute would not be the highest homage. Ananda, whoever should practice according to the Dhamma which is rightly taught by me, such a person pays the highest homage. Ananda, I will pass into Parinibbana tonight.
Lord Buddha, please don't pass away in a small town as Kusinara. Please travel on to a large city, such as Savatthi, Kosambi, or Varanasi. These cities have large numbers of nobles, Brahmins, and householders who have great faith in you and the lessons you have given them.
Ananda, do not fault Kusinara for being such a small town. In the past, it was a great capital city with tremendous wealth, abundant food, and many citizens. The sounds of singing and music were heard throughout the day and all night. Another thing, should I go to pass away elsewhere, Supada Paribhajaka would not meet with me, and therefore would miss the opportunity to attain enlightenment. If I should attain to Parinibbana in another city, a great war would break out with squabbling over my bodily relics as the cause. Here in Kusinara lives Dona the Brahmin. He is capable of quelling such disputes. He will distribute the relics of my cremated body amongst the nobles who come here from many different cities. As a result, there will be no war. These are the reasons I have made the effort to reach Kusinara.
In the past, great numbers of those with faith in the Dhamma would travel from every direction to seek you out, listen to your teachings, and ask you questions. But from now on, all those people and myself will be deprived of the opportunity to see you and to have an audience with you.
Ananda, there are 4 places which are apt for recollection of me. 1. Lumpini Park, where I was born. 2. Bodh Gaya in the state of Magadha, where I was enlightened. 3. The Deer Park at Isipatana, where I gave the first Dhamma teaching. And finally, the place of my Parinibbana Salavana Park in Kusinara, right here. Those who make pilgrimage to these 4 locations will experience disenchantment with the world and feel inspiration to follow in my footsteps.
Lord Buddha, in this celibate life, one often encounters women. Some are mothers, sisters, and relatives of monks. Others are those with faith in the Triple Gem. How should a bhikkhu practice in relation to women?
Ananda, a bhikkhu ought not to look at women at all. It is better this way.
But if a bhikkhu must see women, how should he behave towards them?
Ananda, if it's necessary to see women, they ought not to engage in conversation with them. It is better this way.
If it is necessary to converse with women, how should a bhikkhu practice?
In that case, a bhikkhu should have well-controlled mindfulness and sense restraint. He should have orderly speech, and guard his mind from falling prey to lust or infatuation. The beautiful things of this world themselves are not sense desire, but the lust which arises in one's mind due to unwholesome intention, that is a person's sense desire. Once one has abandoned pleasure in unwholesome states, the beautiful objects of this world still exist, but there is no way one can be harmed by them.
Lord Buddha, after you have passed into Parinibbana, how should we treat your body?
Use the method for treating the body of a wheel-turning monarch. Wrap the body in 500 layers of white cloth, lined with cotton wool. Then place it in a coffin with perfumed oil. Then place the coffin on a pyre of sandalwood. Once the body has been cremated, enshrine the relics in a stupa, which is to be built at a crossroads, so that people can pay their respects there for a long time to come.
Supata is intent on having audience with the Buddha. Now each of the Malla dynasty kings have just finished approaching the Blessed One, who is sick. If I allow any more guests, it'll be a great burden on him. Supata, I can't permit you to see the Buddha. At this time, he is seriously ill and must rest.
Ananda, please allow Supata to come to me.
At this time, there are 6 renowned schools of doctrine. Each has many followers. Of these 6, can you tell me which are led by an arahant?
Supata, in any faith which does not have the Noble Eightfold Path, there is no true samanas to be found there. Should bhikkhus or non-bhikkhus continue to practice the Noble Eightfold Path, this world will not lack for arahants. Now listen to my teaching of the Dhamma. This heart is luminous, shining like the moon, but it is subject to incoming defilements. As such, it is dulled and obscured, like the moon concealed by passing clouds.
Lord Buddha, teacher of the most excellent Dharma, you make right that which I've wrongly seen for so very long. Please may I take ordination in the Buddha's dispensation?
Ananda, please take on the task of ordaining Supata as a bhikkhu. Supata, consider the hair of the head, hair of the body, nails, teeth, and skin, as well as all materiality and immateriality, according to the truth. Such things are changing, decaying, impermanent, suffering and not self, not a being, not a person, not I, not mine, not myself, not him, not his, not himself. Supata, your supports for the holy life will be alms food, simple robes to cover yourself, the base of a tree for lodging, and fermented urine for medicine, following the ways of nature.
Having received instruction from the Buddha, Subhada went off alone and practiced contemplation until attaining to arahantship that very night. Venerable Subhada is considered to be the last disciple who attained to enlightenment while the Buddha was still alive.
Loyal bhikkhus, when I have passed away, the 84,000 teachings of Dhamma Vinaya will be your teacher. Don't think to yourselves, now that the Buddha has passed away, we'll have no teacher. Truly the Dhamma which I have taught, and the Vinaya which I have laid down, will be your teacher in place of me. You must take the Dhamma Vinaya as your refuge. Don't take anything else as your refuge. Even I, the Tathagata, am only the one who points the way.
Lord Buddha is about to abandon me and enter Parinibbana. With all my effort attending to and following the Buddha, I have still not attained to arahantship as the other monks have.
Venerable Ananda, I've been sent here to find you. The Buddha wants to see you.
Ananda, come and sit close by. Ananda, don't be consumed by sorrow. It's natural for all conditioned things not to last. All that arises must decay, break apart, and pass away. You have traveled with and cared for me for a long time. Now you must make efforts towards your own liberation. In no long time you will be fully enlightened. Ananda, Chanabhikkhu has views of self-importance because he's been close to me since the household life. He has become stubborn and difficult to teach. Once I have passed away, he will become even more stubborn and disrespectful, refusing to take instruction from any monk. You must give him the Brahma penalty.
How do we impose the Brahma penalty?
All the monks must refrain from speaking to, instructing, and admonishing Channa. Having received this punishment, Channa will realize his fault and change his ways. Finally, he will attain to arahantship. Loyal bhikkhus, for as long as the Sangha meets regularly together, in harmony, with respect for the disciplinary rules, and with humility towards the senior monks, careful not to fall under the influence of craving, content to live in the forest, and wishing happiness to all that come to live and practice. For as long as the Sangha is not preoccupied with work, not prone to indulging in talk, not given to excessive sleeping, not socializing without good cause, not given to indulging unwholesome desires, not falling under the power of evil intentions, not consorting with bad people, not giving up effort in practice, but striving for the attainment of higher dhammas. For so long there will be no decline for the Sangha, but only development and growth. Bhikkhus, I remind you that all conditioned things are of the nature to decline and cease. Free of heedlessness, develop yourselves and benefit others to the utmost.
After the Lord Buddha's cremation ceremony was over, Dona the Brahmin was given the task of distributing the relics of the Buddha amongst the nobles and Brahmins who had gathered there. In each of the 8 states represented, a stupa, or chediya, was built for enshrining the relics, so that people could pay their respects to the remains of the Buddha. 1. King Ajatasattu of Magadha built a stupa in Rajagaha. 2. The Likhavis built a stupa in Vesali. 3. The Sakayan royalty built a stupa in Kapilavatu. 4. The Mauryan royalty built a stupa in the city of Alkapa. 5. The Kolayan royalty built a stupa at Ramagama. 6. The Malla royalty built a stupa in the city of Pava. 7. The Malla royalty of Kusinara built a stupa in Kusinara. 8. The Brahmins of Vetadipa built a stupa in the city of Vetadipa. As for Dona Brahmin, he built a stupa at Kusinara for housing the golden urn, which had contained the relics of the Buddha before they were distributed. This reliquary is known as Tumba Stupa, or Tumba Jediya. 3 months after the Buddha laid down the khandhas and attained parinibbana, Venerable Maha Kassapa led the Sangha in the first rehearsal of the Dhamma Vinaya at the cave of Satapana on Mount Vebhara, outside of Rajagaha, with King Ajatasattu as the royal host. After the duration of 7 months, the first rehearsal of the Dhamma Vinaya came to its conclusion.